Great morning, business owners and managers, and welcome to another awesome episode of CX in the Morning, Customer Experience in the Morning. I am your host, Wes Walters, and on every single CX in the Morning, I bless you with customer service tips, customer experience tricks, and I leave you with gems. And by gems, if you've been listening long enough, by gems, you know I mean actionable takeaways so that you can implement at the speed of now. Let's make sure we have good audio. There we go. Actionable takeaways that you can implement at the speed of now. Immediately after this broadcast, you will be able to take what you've learned and implement it with your team, making your team and your business better. And who doesn't want to be better? And that by itself is pretty awesome. That's why this is awesome TV, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Wednesday. How has everyone's week been thus far? It's Wednesdays with Wes. How has everyone's week been so far? How has everyone's week been so far? Excellent. My week has been amazing so far. No complaints whatsoever. No complaints whatsoever. And as you can see, the title of this broadcast is, are you using COVID as an excuse not to operate from a customer-centric point of view? Are you using COVID as an excuse for a reason why you're not operating from a customer-centric point of view? And this came because yesterday was trash day, and a little history. So you pay for a trash can, right? Because if you don't have a trash can, the trash companies, that's the way they know that you're a client. It's because they recognize their trash containers. So if you don't have a trash can, they don't pick your stuff up. However, let's say if you have one trash can and you have more bags, you can place them on the ground next to the trash container. This is common sense, right? However, I've been noticing that, sometimes, they don't pick. If you have 7 extra bags, they probably won't pick it up unless you're standing out there and giving them a tip. But if you have 3 to 4 bags on the floor, they will definitely pick them up, right? But I've been seeing that changing over the last couple of months. And, I've been paying attention to it. I'm like, okay, why is it sometimes I put this out and then they pick the trash, they pick the trash up and leave the bags. Now I've been seeing this getting worse and worse. So yesterday I was trash day, and I should have pulled out my phone and recorded it. I didn't record it because I was like, they're gonna pick it up, right? But God has a sense of humor. Did they not pick it up? So yesterday, trash company came by and picked up the trash, and I was looking at them through the blinds. And in addition to the 2 containers that I had a box from the vacuum cleaner, a new vacuum cleaner, and another box. So it was 2 boxes. That's it. 2 boxes and the containers. They emptied the container, touched the box, and then said, nah, decided not to. Man, I wish I had it on video. They just decided, I'm not doing it. And immediately I'm like, okay, what's going on? So what did I do? I called the company and I said, hey, what's going on? I just witnessed 2 of your guys, on my run, on my track, on my the run to pick my trash up, pretty much deciding not to pick the boxes up. And I said, is there something wrong here? Like, what's going on? Do you guys have a new policy where you're not picking up anything that's not in the containers? I said, well, help me understand, because I don't want to jump to conclusions. So she said, because of COVID. Yes. No, drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. So she said, because of COVID, they are only picking up trash that's in the containers. Hey, Miss Jasmine. Great morning. How are you? We're talking about, if you are a business owner, businesses that are using COVID as an excuse to not operate from a customer-centric point of view. Yeah, I know that sounds like an oxymoron, right? You would think COVID would make businesses go above and beyond. But no, we have businesses in this day and time that are using COVID as an excuse to do less. I wish I was making this stuff up. But anyway, as the story goes, yeah, the lady said that because of COVID, that they're only picking up trash that's in the containers. So I want to be very clear. Let me state what I said again, right? Because you came in late. So yesterday was trash day. And in the past, you say I have 2 containers. In the past, they would, if you have extra bags, they would pick the stuff that's in the trash in the containers up, as well. If you have 2 or 3 bags that are on the floor, on the sidewalk, they would pick those up too. No problem, no shame. What I've been noticing, and again, it's been gradual. It's not something that happened immediately. It's been gradual. Now I might have 2 or 3 extra bags outside, and they might pick one up, or they might not pick any up. So I called yesterday because yesterday I had my 2 containers out and 2 boxes, just 2 boxes. And I literally looked through the blinds and I witnessed the truck guys empty the cans and touch the box, and then did a half fake and be like, nah, we're not picking it up. So after witnessing this, I was like, let me call and find out what's going on. So the lady on the phone said, oh, because of COVID, we're only picking up trash in the containers. And you see, I am a logical dude. I'm very pragmatic when it comes. 1 + 1 is 2. So I'm thinking, here it is. So this is about to gross you out. So in the summertime, when it's really hot, like I'm talking July, August, it's very common when I open my trash container to put the trash in, I might see larvae from flies. You know, I'm gross you out, like I said, the little maggots. The larva, because of course in the trash can, it's hot and it's dark. It's a perfect breeding ground for flies to breed their babies, right? So it's not uncommon. Again, this is gross. I understand it's gross, but it's not uncommon in the summertime when it's really hot, like July and August, that if you open the trash container, because of the flies are laying new eggs, you're gonna see larvas, maggots, right? So you're telling me that the trash guys are okay with touching maggots compared to touching a clean vacuum cleaner box that's on the sidewalk because of COVID. Again, here it is. We're in a global pandemic. You would think businesses will use this as an opportunity to go above and beyond, to lay out the green carpet for their clients, to say, hey, we know you're under a lot of stress. We know you probably had two incomes. You're probably operating off of one. We know that you're stressed because you're homeschooling, being soccer mom, and attending Zoom meetings all at once. We know this, so we want to make it easier for you. You would think businesses would do that. Nah. Some businesses use this as an excuse to cut off your Achilles heels, to cut it off and say, yeah, we're going to give you less than you've been paying for. Now, this lady, I wish I was in person so I could look her in her eyes and be like, because when she said it over the phone, she didn't even feel comfortable. It didn't come out easy. It came out as if she was stuttering, like she couldn't believe it. Like truth be told, this lady did not believe what she was saying because it was crock. It was BS. And of course, you know, my motto is I never list the name of a company if it's a negative experience, because the goal of this show is not to belittle companies. The goal is to make now, if it was a positive experience, of course, I would list the name of the company, but I'm not going to list the name of the company because it's a negative experience and we can learn from the negative experience without listing the name of the company. But the lady, the reception on the phone, telling me this rogue story that she made up, or maybe her manager told her to say. She didn't believe it. I could tell from the inflections in her voice, the stuttering, that she didn't believe it. So again, here it is, a company using COVID as an excuse not to go above and beyond, like someone with common sense would do. Go above and beyond. Let the customers know after, so because the customers are going to remember this, and after COVID, they're going to be even more loyal. No, that's not what this company did. This company said, hey, we know we're dealing with the global pandemic, and we know you're stressed, and we know that you're homeschooling, and we know that you're doing Zoom meetings, and we know that you're a soccer mom, and you know that we're doing all of that, and you know we probably had 2 incomes and you have 1, and we're going to add one more thing on your plate to make you frustrated so that you're going to put your trash out, and when you come back, we're not going to take all of it up. Jasmine is cracking up because you're like, you think I'm making this stuff. I wish I was making this stuff up, Jasmine. I wish. But anyway, here it is. I had to take some notes because I was losing my mind. So here it is. I am not saying that because of COVID, you will not have to restructure your business. Yes, you will have to restructure your business. So let's just say, as crazy as this sounds, Jasmine, that this is true. Let's say the CDC told them that maggots, that COVID have so first of all, these guys that work on the dump truck, on the trash collectors, they have to have immune systems from God because they're working around trash every day. They're working around maggots. They're working around parasites. They're working around leeches. They're working around every single germ that you can imagine is in those trash cans in the city. So these guys have immune systems from Dr. Sebi, right? So you're telling me that the CDC or corporate is telling them that I know you have an immune system from heaven, and you work around maggots, and you work around trash, and you work around E. coli and everything else that's in the dumpsters. You're going to be immune from that, but this clean vacuum cleaner box, you might catch COVID if you touch that box. That's what you are telling your educated consumers. And then consumers like me who use, not even educated consumers like Wes who use logic. Pragmatic consumers are looking at you like, this is a crock of this is nonsense. This is nonsense. Here it is in a global pandemic where you're supposed to be giving more, you're taking away. So, of course, I called and that's what I got. But here it is. Let's just say, not just say, you will have to pivot in your business. And if you have to take stuff off the plate, there is ways and systems to do this. So Jasmine, take out your handy dandy notepad and take notes. The way you do this is, of course, if you're running a profitable business, you have an email list. You should send this out in your email list. I am a paying customer. They have my email on file. I never received an email saying, hey, by the way, COVID and COVID has a greater risk to our drivers and our trash collectors than E. coli, Ebola, and everything else that's in those nasty, stinky trash cans. I never got an email that said that. So because of that, clean cardboard boxes are a greater risk. Clean cardboard boxes, like literally, it's a cardboard box from a vacuum cleaner. So we bought a new vacuum cleaner, took the vacuum cleaner out, so the box is clean. It didn't have gravy on it. It was no tomato paste on it. It was a clean cardboard box. And the company said that clean cardboard box is a greater health risk to our trash collectors. So we're not going to pick that up because of COVID. So that's what you're telling your consumers. And of course, that didn't fly with me. So here it is. If you're going to make changes, even crazy changes like that, send it out on your email list. I'm a paying customer, so you have my phone number. Call your customers and update them. And of course, I understand for bigger companies, you might not have the manpower to call everyone. But this can simply be done with an email. You can send all 5,000 customers the same message with an email. Hey, because of COVID, we're going to start giving you less than you're paying for, but we're going to raise your prices next quarter because this company consistently raises their prices every quarter, as they should do. I'm a proponent of high prices. All right. So I'm not against the raising prices, but don't be giving me less for raising your prices. Give me more of the same. So again, you should utilize your email list if you're gonna make changes to affect the customer. If you and at the end of the day, you always should be operating from a customer-centric point of view. That's why you're here. You're here to serve the customers. You're not here for profits. You're not here because you want to this is a sound of redemption for you. Liberty said, facts. Let the people know. I'm telling you, you're here to serve. Everything you do, if you're running a business, should be from a customer-centric point of view. Even raising your price, you're like, everything? I'm like, yes, everything. Everything you do should be from a customer-centric point of view. Hey, customers, we have to raise our prices. Here is why. Because you are used to world-class service. And in order to provide world-class service, most of our employees are getting unemployment and are choosing to stay home because they're making more from unemployment than coming to work. So in order for us to give you world-class service, we have to raise our prices because we have to pay more. Customers would understand that. They would. So even then, raising your prices, you're still coming from a customer-centric point of view. Hey, we have to raise our prices. Why? Because fuel is going up. We have a restaurant. We have to raise our prices. The price of salmon is going up. So because of that, it trickles down and everything has to happen and we have to raise our prices if you want to continue giving you world-class service. So even customers don't like higher prices, but if you explain to them, it's coming from a customer-centric point of view. We are raising our prices because we're thinking about you. They're more receptive to the change. That making sense? Hopefully it's making sense. So again, you should utilize your email list. So here, by not doing that, here is what happened. Jasmine hey, Jasmine, it's gems over here, blue gems. I appreciate the hearts, but it's gems over here, all right? Thank you. But because of that experience, what did that do to me? Of course, pulled out my Google. Yep, just kind of had the same situation. Yeah, tell me, drop it in the chat. Tell me what type of situation happened to you similar. But of course, for me, this is what the feelings that I got from it. It made me feel that I could no longer trust that company. I could no longer, thank you for that blue gem. I could not trust this company. I felt that they were giving me the short end of the stick. I felt shorted. And I felt over and over that my time is not being respected because I have to leave my office and go to the mailbox, go to the sidewalk and bring back the containers as well as empty boxes. Now, of course, my sons do this, but my point is you don't value my time. So when customers, newsflash, when customers feel like that, what do? They start shopping around. Yes, they do. So when my contract with this company ends in the end of July, won't he do it? Won't he do it? God made it where I only got the end of next month. And then I'm going to shop around to see if other trash collectors believe in this COVID on the vacuum boxes. That's the new hashtag. COVID on clean cardboard boxes. Not in the air. The COVID is on the box. That's why they can't touch it. You're looking at grown men, 250 pounds, 6 feet tall, immune systems from Dr. Sebi, but can't touch clean cardboard boxes. I wish I was making this stuff up. I wish I was making this stuff up. All right, so here is another example of what I experienced. Now, I am not in it happened to me at a restaurant as well as an ice cream parlor, but the ice cream parlor story is more prevalent to me because it happened most recently. So This, of course, this ice, again, we're not going to list the name of the company, but the ice cream parlor I went to, you could always sample the ice creams. Now, because of COVID, now I want to be very clear. You have to have your mask on to enter the ice cream parlor. All right? So stick with me. You have to have your mask on to enter the ice cream parlor. However, once you get your ice cream, you can take your mask off and start eating the ice cream. Okay? So I was like, hey, can I get a sample of the pink one? She said, no, because of COVID, we're no longer giving samples. And again, because I am so pragmatic, I might miss something. Jasmine, please help me if you're still here. This is an ice cream parlor that normally gives samples. In the ice cream parlor, you're able to, of course, you have to have your mask on, because I'm in Atlanta, so we still have some of the businesses require masks based on different counties. So it all depends on what county. You might go to one county, no mask, another county, there's a mask, right? But anyway, in this county, you need to have a mask on to enter the ice cream parlor. However, once you pay for the ice cream, you can start licking the ice cream. So there are times when you're in the ice cream parlor with no mask. So I couldn't see and again, maybe because I'm operating too much from a masculine's frame, but help me understand, Jasmine, from a woman point of view. What am I missing here? Why are they no longer giving samples? Because of COVID. Again, from a customer's point of view, I'm like, this is just an opportunity to use COVID as an excuse not to give away samples, because, of course, samples add up. Samples add up. When you look over 30 days of how many samples, you're probably giving away cartons and cartons of ice cream for free. So yes, of course, they add up. Now, of course, if you have premium pricing, you factor that into the equation, but I get it. Samples add up. My take on this was an opportunity for them to be like, hey, we're going to make more money by not giving away samples. That's what I got from it. If you got something else, Jasmine, please tell me what I'm missing. I am a student. I am always open to learning. So tell me, what is it that I'm missing? Again, mask requires to enter the ice cream parlor. I agree with you. It pushes them to buy. Yeah, it pushes them to buy. Now, and again, I was going to buy anyway because I wanted ice cream. I was there in the ice cream. So it pushes them to buy instead of sampling. That's exactly what I thought. I thought that this was just an excuse that if you want to sample it, you got to buy it. So here it is. In a global pandemic, an opportunity for businesses to go above and beyond. Going to be like, hey, we know that you're stressed out. Matter of fact, you could have unlimited samples for kids or whatever. Go above and beyond in the pandemic. But no, they said no samples because of COVID. When, if you pay for the ice cream, you can take your mask off and start eating. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a business, I mean, of course, you're watching because everyone that watches this show is either has a business or is a manager or at the helm of an organization. So if you're at the helm of an organization and you're dealing with a global pandemic and you have to initiate change that forces the business to pivot, which is normal. One, notify your customers, all right, via your email list. In addition, do not use COVID. This is not the time to make a come up. This is not a time to come up on lick. No. Maintain. We're all going to get through this, and then you can make changes later. This is not a time. It's equivalent to kicking someone when they're down. Don't take away some of the things that came natural. Your default settings, you're taking away from your default settings. Have you lost your mind? Now is the time to be going above and be like as a kid when you did something wrong and you wanted to go to the dance tonight. You come in and check on mom. Hey, mom, you need anything? If you need anything, you let me know because I got you. Like when I was growing up and I know I messed up, I did something wrong. Like I'm talking 80s, early 80s. So before there was remote control, like if you guys are under 40, you don't even know what it feels like to not have to have a television without a remote control. But back in the early 80s, I was the remote control. So if I messed up with my mom and I did something, far-fetched or out of the way, and I know I wanted to go to the high school, the school dance that night, I'll come in, I'll be like, yo, mom, if you need someone to change the television, you call me. I'm your guy. I'm the TV changer guy. Anything you need. I know it's hot. You want some lemonade? Fresh squeeze. Fresh squeeze lemonade? Lemonade, ice cold, refreshing drink. Whatever you need, mom, you call me because I'm leading up to, I'm laying it on extra thick because I want to go to this dance because I know I messed up. I know I was in my global pandemic at the time. I'm like, mom, whatever you need. You want me to change from General Hospital to Knots Landing? I'm your dude. Call me, mom. You ain't even got to call. Just think about it and I'll show up. But that's what you have to do instead of taking away. When individuals are under stress, when your customers, your loyal customers are dealing with the global pandemic, when they're dealing with less income, when they're dealing with the stress, fill in the blank of what they're dealing with. Now is not a time to take away from them. Now is a time to add to them. Let them know that I am here with you and we're going to get through this. And I guarantee you, your customers, your loyal customers are not going to shop around like Wes Walters. Like if you're watching Trash Company, yes, at the end of July, adios, I'm gone. Adios. It's another gem here, another gem. If you allow your customers to guess, here's the gem of the day. If you allow your customers to guess, they are going to guess wrong. Let me say that again. If you allow your customers to guess, they are going to guess wrong. The gem of the day is if you allow your customers to guess, they are going to guess wrong. Here's the gem of the day, Jasmine. If you allow your customers to guess, they're going to guess wrong every single time. So that's another gem. Don't leave it up to assumption. They're going to assume wrong. I assume that you don't value my time, that you shorted me, and the trust is gone. So there's no like and trust factors at all. All right. So that's it. This is an In-N-Out burger, In-N-Out fast today. 30 minutes. Wham, bam, money grab. Jasmine, thank you for being here. And that's it. No more. So again, think you are a business owner. So Jasmine, if you're a business, I think you are. Now is not a time to be taken away from the customers. Now is the time to be adding to the customers. Adding. And if you do have to take away, let them know. No surprises, because if they have to assume, they're going to assume wrong. All right. So, hey, I will see you guys back next Wednesday for Wednesdays with Wes for another awesome episode of CX in the Morning, Customer Experience in the Morning. It is always a pleasure with being here with you guys. I really enjoy these shows. And if you need help implementing anything that you saw, simply go to workwithwes.com. It's that simple. All you have to do is go to workwithwes. Where is it? Workwithwes.com, and someone from my team or myself will reach out to you and help you craft an awesome customer experience so that you can make your customers feel warm and fuzzy, not cold and heartless. Jasmine, yep, I am. Thanks for the gems, Wes. Very helpful. Yes, you are a business owner. Wham, bam, bam. Jasmine, just don't watch. Please don't just waste 30 minutes of your time. Watch and implement today, not tomorrow. Today, at the speed of now. When you get there and you do line up with your team, say these are some of the gems that we want to implement today. Or if we're doing these things, let's stop these things right away. I don't want you to waste 30 minutes. The whole purpose is to implement. This is not eye candy. This is not filibustering. Please implement what you've learned. It makes me happy and it's worthwhile if you implement. All right. So, and I know she got the purple gems. I mean, the blue gems. So that means she's about to implement. Definitely, I have my notes. That's what I like to hear. That's why I do these shows. See, it's worthwhile when someone says, I'm going to implement. All right, Jasmine. Peace. It was a pleasure seeing you, Queen. And see you next Wednesday. Peace.